Hi, my name is Lynn Dvorak, and it's an honor to serve on the Springfield Symphony Orchestra. I've been on the board of directors for a little over 2 years now. One of the best ways that I can describe how music has impacted my life is to go all the way back to our young childhood. I have 5 other siblings, and since the beginning that I can remember, there was always music in our house. There was either singing or there was playing of guitars, banjo, violin, but there was always music in our house. A lot of gospel, a little bit of country, some folksy, and then most importantly, there was a lot of classical. I remember well that my father and mom would play these large records, and we would come in the house and there would be various artists playing at any given time, all the way from Vivaldi to Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Bach, Beethoven, Brahms, Mozart, Chopin, Dvorak. I mean, all the greats. I can't even pick one of my favorites because each has such a different emotion attached to it. They all hold different meanings, different times in my life. You reach out to music to comfort you or to uplift you, and classics are no different. As a matter of fact, it was interesting to see how classical music was infused in our life, even at an early age. I remember watching movies and saying, oh, I remember that piece. Or even watching cartoons when we were younger and seeing the greats from Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. And Bugs Bunny was the barber of Seville, and laughing, watching that play out through a great classic. Those are some of my favorite and first memories personally. Passing this on, when I reflect back, it isn't on my first live music event that I think on. What I remember the most is our son Tyler, his first event at the Springfield Symphony. He was maybe 3 or 4 years old. And I remember as a young mother thinking, okay, what if he gets a little out of hand during the symphony and we have to crawl over people, excuse me, to get out? And I'm thinking, okay, I don't want a scene. But on the contrary, as soon as the maestro started up the orchestra, he stood and he mimicked the conductor's moves throughout the entire performance, or at least the entire first half. And it was amazing to watch him feel and enjoy the music and appreciate it at such a young age, not understanding it, not needing to, but just watching and mimicking the movements of the maestro. It left an impression on my life. Fast forward to a few short years later, he's grown, has a son of his own. So now Eli goes to the symphony. And I remember my husband and I got a phone video afterwards, and he told us how he loved the music. It was great. There were so many players. It's so fun to watch that music appreciation go on generation after generation. So in our family, and in a short period of time, there's now 4 generations who've been enjoying specifically the Springfield Orchestra. I think as we go into the time now, into the season of Christmas and the thoughts of gift giving, I think there's not a more impactful gift than you can give than that of an event or a memory versus a tangible gift. The music is something that will give for generations to come, an appreciation that others can have, whether you, like I said, whether you understand the music or not, you can appreciate the feelings that it evokes. My siblings all now, even though we live far apart, the one thing that pulls us back together when we come back together is music. There will always be singing. There will be gospel singing. There will be banjo. I've got a couple of brothers that play the banjo. Everyone plays the guitar. My sister and I, the piano. I have a brother who actually has his PhD in music now and teaches at a college in Tampa. Music choral director and also violin instructor, vocal instructor. So even though we all have grown and have different jobs now, the one thing that happens when we come back together is our appreciation for music, which started when we were mere children. So as you go into this holiday season, consider the gift of giving music. It's impactful and it will stay with your family for the rest of their lives.